Hello, I'm Realtor Eric Byers, and I want to tell you a story when I got into the real estate business. I've been reluctant to tell this story because it's a little negative, but on the other hand, it's a true story and an important story that paints a difference between some of my competition and me, and some of the things that motivate me to be the best agent I can be for you and for everybody, even those I'm not representing. When I started the business in Marin County, California, and I was a full time official agent in 2008, I started one of the larger brokerages in the area. And there was an agent who had recently started who was over twice my age. And he was very unethical, I found out. And I found that out because he had a bunch of REO properties, also known as bank owned foreclosure properties. And so he had these foreclosures. And I saw him get on the phone and he was taking a call from someone, an unrepresented third party, who was calling inquiring about his listing. And they had expressed interest in writing an offer on the property. And he says, yes, we have multiple offers, 50,000 over asking. And he paints this big elaborate picture of how there's all these parties writing offers at the same time, and they're X thousand over asking price. Big numbers, big story. And he's talking to this person, and then he hangs up on them, and he turns to me and he says, ha 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 ha, I don't have any offers. And I'm going, oh my gosh, this poor person might write an offer for 50,000 over asking price on this bank-owned property when he could have just told the truth. Well, obviously, he's gonna make a couple extra bucks on that. As a realtor, as opposed to a real estate agent who doesn't subscribe to the code of ethics, that's the only difference, is a realtor subscribes to the code of ethics. I don't know how many realtors have read this. I certainly have, so I'm pretty aware of it. But one of the things is you have a responsibility to the general public, and you absolutely should not be lying about having multiple offers way over asking price, or over list price rather. So that was very disgusting to me, and I was shocked. I would never do that. I would never state that I have multiple offers when I don't. You know, if there's a lot of interest in your listing, you could state there's a lot of interest. Some people have talked about writing offers, but if they haven't said that, then you shouldn't say that. That is a breach of so many things. It's just unethical as a human being, for goodness sakes. So this person is a top producer in that county today. They are very unethical. This person was not a top producer within the first few years, and they were doing all these things, cutting corners, lying and cheating and stealing to get themselves coming up. One thing they did as well, you wouldn't believe it, is there is a regular newspaper article that showed the top producers in the market. This person photoshopped themselves into someone else's face of the top producers as to present themselves as a top producer when they weren't. And then they marketed themselves as a top producer when they weren't. So it's just, and then they also somehow manipulated phone numbers to get rerouted to them. So if I would call certain construction projects or certain places around town, somehow it would go straight to their phone number. I don't know how they did it, but I would put nothing past this person to do the most shady thing possible. But right now, they are top producers in the county, and it is absolutely disgusting. And I'm just, it has motivated me to this day to be absolutely the exact opposite of them. But I don't need that motivation, because I am an ethical person to my core. And I would never lie to my buyers or sellers or to the general public, and especially in the ways that this person did. So stating that you have multiple offers when you don't, and that those multiple offers are X amount over list price. Now, one common thing I see all the time is I will have a buyer, I'll go to a listing agent and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Listing Agent, I have a buyer and I'm feeling it out, asking my series of questions to feel out the situation. I'm telling you, so many times the listing agent will just tell me their seller's bottom dollar. And maybe it's a ploy. Maybe they will go lower than that, but maybe they won't. And I honestly believe that most of these times they're just saying what their seller's bottom dollar is. And so I'm not going to hold them accountable to that as a buyer's agent. That's great information for me. And that's information I'm absolutely going to convey to my buyers, whether or not it is true. And so that is something that is just unbelievable to me. And then as a listing agent, I've had buyer's agents come to me and say, oh, my buyer, they'll come up another 50 grand or so-and-so amount. It's like, this is one of the number one things. This is stated in the Code of Ethics. And this is just ethics as a human being and as a business person. You are a fiduciary to your client as a real estate agent. You have the utmost care, integrity, honesty, and loyalty owed to your clients. And you have just completely eliminated that. And there is no fiduciary. So if it's going to help my clients, I'm certainly going to take advantage of other people's breach of their fiduciary. And unfortunately, a lot of realtors get away with this. It's really hard to hold them accountable. But regardless, it's happening. And I don't like seeing it, and it motivates me to continue doing this business after all these years and continue being the best agent I can be each and every day for you. So if you're looking at buying or selling a home in any state and you want a great realtor, maybe I can't represent you because right now I'm just working in Nevada, California, but if you need a realtor in any state in the US, I'll help you find a great realtor who's ethical, who fits you, your needs, and your style. And I will obviously refer them to you, but I'm going to do the work. And you won't have to deal with all that salesmanship and getting all these emails and making lots of calls to different brokers and realtors and digging into the data. I know what it takes for a good realtor. I'll find out what your realtor needs are, and I'll make sure you get the best realtor you can get. Contact me anytime. I'm Realtor Eric Byers. You can find me at realtorericbyers.com. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And wishing you the very best with your real estate goals. I hope you have a fantastic end of 2023 and a great 2024. And I'll tell you more stories as they come up, but only because I feel I need to paint a difference between them and how I operate my business. So anyways, good luck to you all. Stay ethical.